You just watched Brazil walk away from their World Cup opener with a draw. 80,000 fans in yellow-filled MetLife Stadium expecting a statement, they got a scare instead. But the real reason this happened is not what you think. It is not bad luck. It is not one bad day. It is something deeper, and it has been sitting there for a while. Morocco scored first. In the 21st minute, Brahim Diaz threaded a pass straight between two of the best center-backs in the world, and Ismail Sabari calmly lobbed the ball over Alisson. For 30 minutes, Brazil could not get a foothold. Then Vinicius Jr. happened. He combined with Bruno Guimaraes on the left, cut inside, and curled a shot past Yassine Bounou for the equalizer. 1-1, crisis avoided, on paper. Here is the part that gets lost in the highlight reel. Brazil has now gone 21 consecutive World Cups without losing their opening match. That streak is the longest in tournament history. But a streak built on never losing is not the same as a team that looks ready to win it all. And after this performance, even Brazil's own coach does not sound convinced. Why does this matter for 2026? Because this is the most physically demanding World Cup ever played. 48 teams. Brutal early heat. Group C now sits wide open after Scotland's surprise win over Haiti. Carlo Ancelotti admitted afterward that his players looked anxious in the first half, and that the nerves were obvious. Analysts like Stu Holden on Fox pointed out that Morocco's pressing completely disrupted Brazil's rhythm, forcing mistakes from players who rarely make them. Ismail Sabari alone applied as many pressures in that match as any player has managed at this entire tournament so far. Think about what Morocco represents here. This is the same nation that reached the semi-finals 4 years ago, the most successful African team in World Cup history. They were not supposed to scare Brazil. They were supposed to be the opponent. Brazil cruises past on the way to bigger tests. Instead, Morocco controlled the opening half almost entirely. And Achraf Hakimi tied the record for most World Cup appearances by an African player while doing it. Here is the counterintuitive twist. Brazil's response in the second half was not driven by tactics. Casemiro came off at halftime, but Sky Sports analysts noted that Morocco's intensity dropped just as much from fatigue as anything Brazil changed. In other words, Brazil did not solve the problem. The problem solved itself when Morocco ran out of steam. If a fresher opponent presses Brazil like that for 90 minutes instead of 45, this defense could be in real trouble. And then there is Alisson late in the match. He produced a double save that kept the draw intact. Take that moment away, and you are not talking about a nervy point, you are talking about Brazil's first opening match loss in tournament history. So, what happens next? Brazil travels to Philadelphia to face Haiti on Friday, without Neymar, who is still recovering from a calf injury. On paper, that should be a chance to fix things quietly. But Group C just got more dangerous, not less. With Scotland already sitting on 3 points? If Brazil's nerves carry over into that match, the way Ancelotti fears, the group stage stops being a formality. You watched Brazil walk away from their opener with a draw, 80,000 fans expecting a statement. Now you know the statement they actually made. And, if nothing changes before Friday, the next headline about Brazil at the 2026 World Cup might not be about a scare. It might be about an upset.